Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Yep, we're about to go live. If you're hearing this, we're going live pretty soon. Right, welcome back. It was weird because my PC just went kaboom on me, so I kind of realized that as powerful as this PC seemingly is, it's not the best for streaming experiences. I have a laptop that is not as powerful as this over here that performs quite well for streaming. So I think I learned my lesson. So I will try to adapt to such scenarios for future streams because it's shown me over and over again that it's not to be trusted for live streaming, but to do every other heavy media work, it will work just fine. But just for streaming, I should forget it. So let us get into what we have to do for today. So in case this is your first time listening to me, subscribe to any of the channels up there. And of course, I have my podcast that I post on every Thursday. I hope I'm able to post for tomorrow. It's called This Dev Life, where we look into daily developer lives and how we improve them. Let me try to get this closed to avoid some sort of distraction. Oh yeah, so today on this stream we'll be learning C sharp. I don't mind that I'm sort of far away from the microphone. The camera is right over there, and I'll be demoing over here today, which is sort of weird. I never planned to do this because I would be too tired of from trying to swap pieces around, and I just had to do the stream because I know people will be waiting to watch. So yeah, let's get started into what we got to do for today. So we'll be talking about C sharp. So this session is for absolute beginners trying to get into C sharp. So I'll be going real slow, and then let's get into it. Yeah, so right here I have my PC. Oh, sorry, just a moment. Let me close all these prompts. All right, so over here I have a clean PC build, well, sort of newish PC build. So it's Windows 10, yeah, Insider Edition, all that. But what I want to really do is install the tools we need to get started. So let me be sure it's okay. It has some couple of seconds of lags, but pardon everything going on there. Um, so to get started with developing C sharp, and this applies across Windows, Mac, or Linux, you will need to have the SDK installed on your device. So what you will do on your browser, so I got this fresh new Microsoft Edge browser running. Uh, Nah, I don't want to sign in right now because this is sandbox. So what I want to do is I will go to the download website for .NET, and that is dot.net. That's .net, dot.net, and I'll input that into my device, to my browser, and then you will see it gives me the option to download. You can see all the things you can build using .NET. You can build for web, mobile, desktop, microservices, gaming, machine learning, cloud, and IoT devices. So if you go to the .NET website, uh, you can see all that right there. Um, oh, okay, no problem. So if you click on download now, just a moment. Okay, if I were to click on download, it will lead me to the page where I will download my SDK, and you can see I can download the runtime. If I want to download .NET framework, I can do that, and so I'll just go to download .NET Core Sdk. So it determines the needed build and config for my system and downloads the setup for me. So I'll click on that, but because I currently have the setup, I will cancel that download. So but if this is your first time, you want to see that download finishes, so I'll just go ahead and cancel this. And you can also see, if I just go back, you can build for Linux. You can download the Linux version of the SDK. You can also download the Mac version for it, and you can also download the Docker version for it. Also, the next thing you need to do is have Visual Studio Code installed on your system. So for the purpose of all these demos, I'll be using VS Code. So I'll just go to code.visualstudio.com. That's code.visualstudio.com. Or if you go to visualstudio.com, you can go ahead to the VS Code section and download VS Code for it. And then you follow the instructions to download, and you will be fine from there on. So this will be what you will see. So you download the stable build, or if you want to take some risk, you can download the nightly builds or insiders edition for VS Code. Right, so if you go ahead and click this download, the download will start for you, but I currently have this setup copied over here to my system on my desktop here. So the first thing I will install is the .NET Core Sdk, .NET SDK. So I'll just double click on that and start the installation process. So I will go ahead now. The installation will finish just in a little bit. And it's almost done. It's almost done. So while that also happens, let me just go ahead and install the Visual Studio Code application. So don't mind this prompt, because I'm in an admin mode on this system. So I'll just accept all the terms. What I'll also want to do is make sure I check all these boxes, because it's nifty. It's pretty useful. So I'll go ahead and click on install, and then I'll just wait for that process to complete. Okay, SDK is done installing. To be sure that the SDK is actually installed, what you will do is open your command prompt, say command prompt or PowerShell or Windows terminal or whatever terminal you use on your system, and you type .NET-V. If you go up here, let me see if I can do a magnifier thing. Nope, sorry. That's Windows Plus, sorry. I kind of mixed things up. So you can see over here, let me just bring it and view, don't go away. So you can see I have .NET 2.1, 3.1.201. That's the latest .NET Core SDK that is available for general release. So let me clear the screen. Okay, so let me, I can close magnifier for this. So what I want to do now is actually go ahead and start a new .NET project. So for the purpose of this, I'll be using the command line mostly, and it's sort of good practice that you also get used to the command line because it's pretty good, you know. So VS Code is also done installing, but I will not launch it for now. Okay, I will not launch VS Code for now. So what I want to do now is, if I type .NET new, what happens is it gives me the options of applications I can start writing out of the box. As you can see over here, I can write the WPF application or a .NET Core class library, the WPF custom library user controls, Windows Forms application, worker service, unit test projects, Razor pages, web pages, and all that. But we'll be starting with the console for the purpose of this stream. And you might want to ask me, why start with the console? Why not just start building beautiful apps?